Hello, welcome to OpenXava. My name is Alexandra, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to create and run your first OpenXava project. Let's get started. For this tutorial, we are going to use IntelliJ IDEA as our IDE because it is the most popular IDE among Java developers. In fact, if you are a Java developer, you probably already have it installed. In that case, now is the time to open it. If you don't have it installed, search on Google for download IntelliJ and download it. OpenXava projects are standard Maven projects, so you can also use OpenXava with other IDEs, such as Visual Studio Code, Eclipse, or NetBeans. You can follow this tutorial with your favorite IDE, adapting the instructions a bit. Alright, so if you already have your IntelliJ ready, let's start doing things. In IntelliJ, we open the menu and choose New Project, which takes us to this dialog. If it's the first time you use IntelliJ, as soon as you open it, it will give you the option to create a new project, which will take you to this same dialog. In the Generators section, we choose Maven Archetype. Now we type the name of our application, invoicing in this case. As the catalog, we choose Maven Central. To search for the archetype, we type OpenXava so that it filters and shows us only the archetypes for OpenXava. We select OpenXava archetype. As the version never leaves 7, x.x, it is a very old version. Always use the latest version, which at the time of recording this tutorial was 7.6.4.1. Since it was very recent, it didn't appear in the combo box yet, so we have to type it in and it will work. Normally choosing the version that is at the top, that is not 7, x.x, will ensure we use a recent version. To finish, we scroll down and open the Advanced Settings section. In the grouped field, we enter com.yourcompany, which is the value we are going to use in this tutorial. Now we click on the Create button. Then we choose this window, and the project creation will begin. We wait patiently for IntelliJ to create our OpenXava project using the Maven archetype. We now have the project created, but it's not quite ready yet. We have one more detail left, doing a Maven package. To do this, we click the little button with an M on the right side. Then on the button to execute a Maven task. We choose MVN package and execute it. Running Maven package right after creating the project is necessary for the project to work, but it's not necessary to do it every time we modify code. Now we'll wait until we see the build success message. You now have your project ready to start writing code. This is very easy in OpenXava because you just have to add entities to make your application grow. Entities are added in the model package. We'll start by deleting a sample entity that comes included, and then we'll add our first entity, customer. We close the Maven view to have more space. We open SRC folder in the project. Their main, and then Java. And there, the package com.yourcompany.billing.model. Here we find the Your First Entity class. Let's delete it. Now we position ourselves in the model package, open the context menu, and choose New. Java class. We type customer. And press Enter. And here we have our customer class, for now a bit simple. But we're going to fix that by adding the properties number and name, and a few annotations. First, we add the entity annotation, a JPA standard. This indicates that the objects are persistent, meaning there will be a table in the database to store the customers. Next, we add the getter and setter annotations from Lombok. It's a quick way to indicate that the fields we're going to write below will be public properties. And now we're ready to add the properties. The first one will be number, of type int. We annotate number with ID to mark it as the primary key. We use column to specify the length. This length is taken into account at both the database level and the user interface level. Now we're going to add the name property, and the assistant suggests the code for it automatically. We accept it. Note the required annotation, which will show a validation error if the name is left blank. So here we have our customer entity. Simple and clear, we don't need anything else to have a ready-to-use OpenXava application. Let's run it so you can see it. We open the Run package, and with the right mouse button on the invoicing class, we click on the Run option. It may ask about Lombok annotation processing. Just accept it. We wait for the link to run the application and click on it. And now in the browser, we have our application ready to use. Let's try it out. We click on Sign In. We enter admin as user and admin as password. On the left side, we choose the customer's module. We enter as customer number 1 and its name, John. We click on Save. Then we add customer 2, which will be Lucy. We save with Enter. We go to the list, and there we have our customers. From now on, developing with OpenXava is very easy. You simply write a class, and you can already see the result in the browser. Let's create an entity for product. But this time, taking advantage of the fact that almost all of you already have some AI assistant in your IDE, we're going to use it. We open the AI assistant chat. We ask it in plain and simple English to create an OpenXava entity for product with number and description. That's enough. We wait while it generates the code. And in just a few seconds, we have our product entity ready. We accept the code. We take a look at it. We adjust the size of the properties. And we're done. We've used the Windsurf plugin for IntelliJ, but any other assistant like Copilot, Junie, or Gemini will work just as well. All LLMs know how to program with OpenXava. If you prefer to write the code yourself, you can type the product code just as we did for customer, no problem. Let's see how our new products module works. We click the green button at the top to restart the application. We wait a little bit, and when the link with our application's URL appears, we'll click on it. Now we have a products module in the menu. We click on it, and there it is, ready to use. We've reached the end of this tutorial. Did you have any problems? Don't hesitate to ask us in our help forum. You have the URL in the video description. Do you want to copy and paste the code from this lesson? You can do so from the written version of this tutorial, whose link you'll also find in the video description. If while watching this video you're thinking that OpenXava is only good for making simple CRUDs, I'll tell you that you're very wrong. With OpenXava, you can do anything you can imagine for a business application. I invite you to take a look at the official OpenXava documentation. Actually, this Getting Started guide is lesson 1 of a complete OpenXava course. This course will teach you how to develop business applications with OpenXava, as well as with other Java technologies, tools, and frameworks. We'll develop a complete application step by step from scratch. It's a small billing application with invoices, customers, products, and so on. This application is just an excuse to learn some typical cases in management applications. You can apply everything you learn with this application to any other management application in any other domain. The rest of the course is not yet updated, and in it we use our own version of Eclipse, which we called OpenXava Studio. However, everything you'll see can be applied with the latest version of OpenXava and using IntelliJ. I recommend you follow the course using IntelliJ. What are you waiting for? Start now with lesson 2. Bye.